We all have those moments when the inspiration strikes, कुछ मस्त सा idea आ जाता है and we want to do something about it. But then after some time of a lot of thinking and a lot of planning and a lot of ideation, हम ये सोच लेते हैं कि maybe this idea is not worth it. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe it's not possible. Maybe I don't have time to do it. Maybe. There are so many other maybes which come into the story and you drop the plan. Self doubt is the biggest problem of this generation and it kills more dreams than anything else can do. What I want to say is do not give up that easily. Don't talk yourself out of that idea. Just give it a try. Just give it some time to grow, to be mature, and then see what happens. So that's what we are going to discuss today, how not to talk yourself out of these ideas that come into your mind. This is Geet and welcome to the channel. When I was a child, and it's like 8 or 10 years back, I was so much fascinated about this new YouTubers, about these booming YouTubers and entertainers on YouTube and other social media platforms. YouTubers like MKBHD, Casey Neistat, and all those people, they used to inspire me. और मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि एक दिन मैं भी इनके जैसे वीडियोस बनाऊंगा, एक दिन मैं भी इनके जैसे कुछ क्रिएटिव चीज़ें करूंगा. But then I studied more and I landed a job. So job start ho gayi and then started my corporate life. So I'm a software engineer and being a software engineer is sometimes so much hectic. There are so many things which are creative in this field, but so many times you feel like you are stuck in a continuously going story which is so monotonous, which is so double colored, whatever you call it, and you get worn out very easily. So initially I started to make a lot of videos. I wanted to make tech videos, so I started to make videos about Internet of Things, videos about different tech products. Then it moved to travel videos because I started traveling. Then it moved to some motivational videos because I also was watching a lot of motivational stuff on the internet. And those people who were famous YouTubers, those were having a lot of views, a lot of following, and I was lagging behind. Some of my videos, which I was making just like that, were getting good number of views, but the videos which I put a lot of effort in were not giving anything out. And that's where I thought maybe YouTube is not for me. Maybe this social media influencing and stuff like that will not work for me ever. So I gave up. Then after some time, I again start to watch these videos. I again start to get inspired. और फिर से मैंने वीडियोस बनाना शुरू कर दिया एंड दिस टाइम आई वाज मेकिंग द वीडियोस अबाउट short stories, short motivational stuff. There are so many ideas which were coming into my mind at that point in time. As I clearly remember, it was a lockdown time and I was so much inspired by these stories and I always wanted to talk about these stories. And again, people started to watch it and they started to comment that why are you making childish stories? That demotivated me. And again, I stopped making videos. I quit again. Whenever I had ideas, there was some or the other things which were trying to break it down. Whether it's the people or it's the self-doubt which was creeping in every now and then. It was lack of perfectionism or just a mentality of lack of perfectionism because it doesn't exist, right? But what I want to tell you is that all the ideas are important, even if they are the silliest ideas you might have. Because anything which is new might seem silly to the people, but you have to believe in it. You remember when MacBooks came or when the aeroplane was invented? You think before that people might be believing that aeroplanes are going to be real? No, right? It was an idea in someone's mind, and he believed in it, and he kept on working on it. So, what I want to say is, you have to realize that you have to explore these ideas, and these ideas are worth exploration. So, there are some actionable items that you can do in your daily life to achieve your ideas and to implement your ideas. Number one is capturing your ideas. Nowadays, we have our phones or watches or laptops, and there are so many applications which allow you to make notes. There are simple applications like Apple Notes or Google Keep, and there are so many complex applications like Notion, which can give you a very good insight of your ideation. And there are like AI things implemented in them. So it's a really good platform to write down your ideas and do some sort of brainstorming to achieve those ideas. So the next time, whenever you strike with an inspiration, just jot down that idea, and maybe in your free time, you can start working on it, or at least you can brainstorm on it. On the number two, and which I feel is important, is seeking for feedback. Now, I'm not telling that, the moment you get an idea, you go to someone and seek for feedback whether this idea is good or not. That's up to you. You have to believe that this idea is good, that this idea is worth exploring. Then you have to do some work on it, and you have to go to some expert person in that field and talk with him or her about your idea. It's not like you go to your friends and start discussing your ideas, because some of them might be out of your field and they might not understand the idea. And just because they might not understand, they will think that this idea is not worth exploration. So find the people from whom you can seek feedback and just grab them and explain your idea and ask them that how this idea looks like. It will be really helpful to you to get more motivation, because people who are already in the field, they will be able to encourage you more about pursuing the particular idea or your inspiration. On the number three, it is taking small steps. Whenever you have an idea that is huge, that is big, you will be bombarded with overwhelming thoughts and overwhelming number of steps. The bigger your idea, the more complex it will be to perceive, even if it's your idea, right? There will be like a gazillion steps involved in your idea, and you'll feel overwhelmed that, oh man, how I'll be able to execute these steps? It'll take me for like entire life to achieve this idea. So, what I want you to tell you is, you start with the first thing that comes into your mind, the first doable, measurable step that you can perform. Then you think about the next step, then the next, then the next one. Your idea of the product or any craft that you are planning to make will not be perfect. It's always an incremental update. Similar to our iPhones, right? They are never perfect. There will be some incremental updates every year in software as well as hardware. So, similarly, you have to do incremental updates in your ideas and in your execution to make it more mature, to make it more picture perfect, and to make it more acceptable, right? The number four, and this is like the most important thing, and without it, you won't be able to survive. You won't be able to go on with your ideas for a longer period of time. And that is keeping your curiosity alive. Whenever we are working on some big project, it takes a lot of time, like 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, right? And along with our journey, our curiosity depletes. And because our curiosity depletes, we think like, man, this thing is a little boring. When I started, I was so much excited, but now I feel like I was excited for nothing. And that's a wrong thing to think. Just because your energy levels have depleted, just because your curiosity has reduced, doesn't mean that your idea is not worth exploring. You have to keep that curiosity alive. Keep capturing your ideas, seek for feedbacks, keep your curiosity alive, and take those baby steps to achieve your ideas. But keep doing that. Do not quit. Because once you quit, you'll feel like, I wish I had not quit this idea and I should have worked on it. Even if it was not a great success, I might have learned something and I might have enjoyed working on it. So that's pretty much about this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like it if you like this video, subscribe, comment if you have some ideas and suggestions for me. I look at all the comments and I'll answer all the comments. And with that, it's time to say goodbye, and I'll see you the next time.